What is the most reliable van? Today, I'm not a mechanic, but I'll tell you what I think. All right, let's start with an important disclaimer. I'm not a mechanic, right? I really don't know what I'm talking about. When we're looking in the engine, I don't know heads from tails, I got no idea. But I'll just tell you a couple of stories about my experience with van life. So yeah, hopefully you learned something today. This is the second van that I've ever owned actually, and this is a Toyota HiAce, which I love. By the way, there are a ton of different options that you could consider buying in terms of a lot of different vans out there. So if you really have no idea where to get started, I'll link to a video right here that talks about some of the different makes, models that you might want to consider and the pros and cons of each of those. But let me tell you a funny story about the first van that I owned. It was now about 8 years ago, quite a long time ago. And to be honest, I can't even remember what the exact make and model was. It wasn't a Toyota. I don't want to call out any particular make and say it's bad, because that's not. I don't think you can make sweeping assumptions about a particular make or model being good or being bad. I think it depends van by van, car by car. You need to look at each individual situation. But it is important to get a reliable van, because my first van, I was driving it down the freeway and it died halfway between Sydney and Wollongong. It literally just stopped in the middle of the freeway. I had to pull over. I couldn't start it. I couldn't move it. And I was just stuck there on the side of the road, and I called some guy from a mechanic, and he basically just, I didn't really have much of a choice. He basically just told me on the phone, he said, look, I'll come and look at it. He came and looked at it. He said, mate, it's just scrap metal at this point. He said, I should charge you money to take it away, but just sign it over to me right now and I'll take it away for free. No money changed hands. So that's what happened with my first van, and it just shows the importance of getting something that's reliable. This van has been a different story. I've had this one for about 2.5 years now, never had a problem, fantastic. Like I said, I'm not a mechanic. This is not advice. You should get your own advice and find your own mechanic to help you look at each individual van. But if I look in the engine here, I've got absolutely no idea what I'm looking at. I can just identify where the different fluids go, and my job is to make sure those fluids are topped up, maintained, tire pressure's good, the tread on the tires look good. That's about as far as my understanding goes. However, I will say, Toyota HiAces, they are notorious for living forever. This one has really low kilometers on it. Currently it has around 185,000 kilometers on it, and it's about an 18-year-old van. So that's really, really low kilometers for the age of this van. Most other vans this age, from what I've seen online, other vans for sale, they have 300, 400, 500,000 kilometers on them. So this one, really, really low, but they tend to live forever, right? So, it's very, very common for a Toyota HiAce to live to 300, 400, 500,000 kilometers, and they still go and go and go. Now, there may be problems along the way, and yeah, I think you can't make sweeping assumptions or sweeping generalizations about what's going to happen and what issues you might have. Every van's different, but they do live a really, really long time. So, in my opinion, Toyota HiAce is a great option if you're looking for a reliable van. Now, a few things that do happen with Toyota HiAces though is, firstly, they do get quite a bit of rust underneath the windscreen area, front, back. So that's not a big deal as long as you get it early. And if you want to learn how to take care of rust, I'll link to a video that explains that one. You can do that yourself, cheaply, quickly, and it certainly adds a lot of value to your van when you're looking to sell it. So that's definitely worth doing, and just a good way to keep looking after it as well, take care of it. Okay, so that's all I got for today. I think a Toyota HiAce is a great option if you're looking for a reliable van. There are plenty of other good brands out there as well. I just haven't owned them. But for my money, Toyota HiAce, you can't go wrong. If it's your first time here on the channel, hit that subscribe button. If you like today's video, give me a thumbs up. I appreciate that a lot. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.